understand something. When you watch what happened last night and you retard yourself into like saying like, they're so incompetent. Like, what are they doing? Understand that it's all completely by design. You're not paid millions of dollars to sit here and play like absolute dog shit in the fucking opener of the season. Well, they're gonna say, "Well, it's the opener. It's the opener." You know how that game was rigged? Who the fuck out there does not give their first team even one rep in the preseason? This is proof that Charles Nagy, Matt Nagy, threw the game. The game was scripted weeks in advance. You know how they scripted the game? Matt Nagy purposely benched his starters during the preseason. He benched his offense. He benched his offense because when you go 4 weeks without playing the snap and then suddenly without any preseason reps, you have to go out and expect to perform. No wonder why they played like shit. Who the fuck is paid millions of dollars to bench their offensive starters for the entire preseason and so they don't get in sync together? Who does that, especially when you have a new running back? This game was thrown by the Chicago Bears. Of course, when you have all of the money coming in the Vegas that bitch Trubisky is going to win MVP and that the Bears are going to win the NFC and win the Super Bowl this year, it's like, of course, this game was all about throwing those people off there. Will the Bears win the NFC North? Yes. Was this game about limiting the money thrown in on the Bears? Yes. Because after a game like this, you're going to question if the Bears are going to win the division. You're going to question if they make it to the Super Bowl. And you know what? The NFL knows that people have very selective memories. The Bears, after losing their first game to the Packers last year, remember, they went 12-4. Their defense is looking like it's world class, the best defense in the league. So the Bears, should they still win double-digit wins? Of course. It's Mitch Trubisky, the guy to lead the Bears to the Super Bowl title. Who trades up a spot when you had the obvious pick, Deshaun Watson there? No one knew who Pat Mahomes was, so that's why you can't rag on the Bears for passing on Pat Mahomes. But of course, that is what these people are paid to do. And at the end of the day, it's Mitch Trubisky having a singular date, a birthday numerology of 33, which is why he's on the Bears in the first place. So you have the Bears throwing the game by purposely not playing their starters during the preseason. They look inept and completely in deer in the headlights, just completely out of sync when you don't even play together in the preseason. Number two, the game was scripted. You know who was the hero? The former Chicago Bear, Adrian Amos, the former Bear, now with the Packers, picks off Mitch Trubisky. He seals the game. He knew where the ball was being thrown before it was even thrown. It was scripted. Now you want to ask the Demetrius here, what was happening by the numbers? Well, I don't know his number. Quite frankly, I don't regret skipping out on that game. That game had some nice defensive highlights. I like defensive highlights as much as offensive highlights. But if I were to compute his name in the calculator, I would get something. Amos is 48-12. His name is spelled, Adrian Amos has Gematria 45. The game was at Illinois. The game was scripted. It truly was. I have the cat on my lap here. I have Kiana on my lap here. So bear with me. Okay. I know you love me too, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes. Okay, sit up on my chest. Adrian Amos equals 99 in 45. 99 prior NFL seasons. 99 prior NFL seasons. It is Bears that has Gematria 45. Also, it is, that's why they're called the Bears in the first place, by the way, because it's Illinois that has Gematria of 45. And I wonder what snap that was for Mitch Trubisky. What throw was that? Was that the last throw of the game? Very clearly, you have a scripted game. Sometimes you have to look beyond the numbers sometimes. Like with this game here today, because Adrian Amos made the play today, the former Bear, the Packer made the interception, that game was scripted in advance. This game was scripted and played out to have the former Bear become the hero for the Packers. The game, the coach of the Bears threw the game by not playing the starters during the preseason because let's face it, if the Bears scored 14 points, guess what? They win the game, right? And so, with that being said, the game over at Lambeau, the game at Lambeau is going to be Chicago. So, a 1-1 season record. And, can the Bears win at Lambeau, yada, 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 or the Bears win at Lambeau again? It's just the road team that's continuing to win. I thought his name was spelled with an E. Okay, it wasn't. Let's fix that. Let me copy and paste that again. Adrian Amos with the E was Gematria 45. It's Adrian Amos that equals 41, and it is Green Bay that equals 41 as well. So the cat is now up, and I can finally move around when I'm on my laptop. Green Bay Gematria 41, and this still explains why he was the hero for that game. It would have been perfect by the numbers if his name was spelled with an E, because Adrian can be spelled either way. And of course, you have the Bears are a Super Bowl contender. Are they even a contender? 41, the 13th prime in the game ends 10-3. So this is a geometric explanation of the script. This guy's from Baltimore. I see that he plays safety. Does that have to do with anything? Safety is 76 and 42 in gematria, just in case if you're curious. That was his fourth career interception. This is all about the road to 2020. 2020 is a 4-year, a scripted game, and I imagine we may see even more madness this week. Detroit Lions will probably throw the game this week so the pundits can talk about Kyler Murray break it out. The New York Giants could be involved in controversy if this is a division game that ends up being close. I have the Chiefs, but there's a strong possibility that the Jaguars are going to win. You might have 0-1 against 1-0. The Raiders might win, but Antonio Brown may not throw a touchdown until week 3. It's very possible that could happen by the numbers if you study the player touchdowns in their career. With Antonio Brown at 74, and you see it's Indianapolis Colts and Minnesota Vikings that equals 75. So you can predict how he does in fantasy, this and whatnot. If you have a lineup now, 56 after 55 prior Super Bowls, the last two on LV, Las Vegas. That's more like it. Gruden the Rabbit wins the Super Bowl in his fourth season with number 4, Derek Carr. It's all about numerology and astrology there. Raider haters, no suck a dick because they're going to take the Patriots' place, of course, once Tom Brady is done this year. Then we could even see the Chiefs against the Raiders in the AFC Championship game. But I just want to vet my thoughts on the rigged game that I did not even watch. Millionaires on the sidelines, not giving their starters reps during the preseason. Former Bear makes the game winning play. What a scripted game that was, man. I wonder what other scripts they have. I mean, I can reveal what I think about every game in another recording that might interest you if you found this interesting, this video here. So just leave whatever thoughts you had on the game last night and what you think is going to happen this week in terms of what these predetermined reenacted scripts are.